If you've ever been on Twitter before, for some reason, and have been interested in geography, then you might have come across the account Terrible Maps. In my opinion, one of the greatest pages on social media. But for today, why don't we just look at some of these terrible maps and just absolutely, I don't know, roast them or something. Now, I am going to react to them on Instagram because at the moment, Twitter is held together with 6 rubber bands and a non-solvent glue stick. The website's just absolute ass, you know what I'm saying? Right, so I'm assuming this one is meant to be the north-south divide, poorly drawn, because that is not where it goes in the slightest. You've got a piece of Wales in the south right here. And also, you've included Kent. First of all, Kent should never be included in anything. No offence. This island down here is called the Isle of Wight. Not too much goes on here apart from a couple of sheep, a couple of cows, and a derelict seaside town that has a kebab shop. But the reason I mention that is because that is where the south border begins. Anything down here is the south, including this small part of the Netherlands, I believe, right here. We do own that now. And anything above it is the absolute north. Nothing else, just the north. There's no Midlands. Okay, yeah, I mean, this one's definitely realistic. That is not where Austria is. Realistically, in many years' time, we are going to see either Australia or Austria change their name. It happened with Swaziland and Switzerland, because I'm pretty sure it's actually getting out of hand. From what I've heard, there's an airport in Salzburg that actually has a help desk for people that have thought they were going to Australia, but have ended up in Austria. I don't think we'll see a war over it anytime soon. Australia couldn't even beat a bunch of ostriches, let alone Austria. Texting and driving fatalities in the 1960s? Wow. This does say a lot about society. No, but seriously, this is just propaganda to make us new generation look bad. I don't know, pull up the bloody, I don't know, Morse code and driving fatalities in the 1960s. Then I bet it's a different story. Yeah, got you there, twats. LA is not in Louisiana either. You can sail in a straight line from England to France. Bloody hell, I didn't know that. This is how I imagine that hardest geezer would do it if you told him to sail from England to France. But there is an easier way. Let me show you. Now, obviously, we have got France right here, and we have got the UK right here. Now, obviously, we can't sail to mainland France from the UK because of logistical reasons, aka Brexit. But because the UK has really good connections with Canada, I'm sure they will be willing enough to let us sail all the way over the Atlantic to St. Pierre-Miquelon right over here. That is actually a part of France. Very hard to see, but it does exist. But here's what we do. Once we've got one across, they won't suspect anymore. We send 24 more ships over the Atlantic Ocean towards Canada. And then here's what we do. We start flanking. Did you know the United States southern border is nearly identical to Mexico's northern border? Well, I find that hard to believe. World map, if Australia and Russia swapped places. Wouldn't be logistically possible, but why has Australia taken a little bit of Kazakhstan? Oh, wait, no, that's Tasmania. Okay, I thought Australia got brave all of a sudden. I mean, it would finally allow Mongolia to use the navy they have for some reason. I've been looking at this map for about 5 minutes now, and I'm still trying to comprehend what I'm actually seeing. I know what I'm seeing, actually. They've made the Falklands bigger. 99% of Europeans can't name this state. Well, I mean, guess I'm in the 1%. State Farm, right? A map of the Earth after a sea level rise of 480 meters. Oddly specific, but fair enough. So, Turkey has done pretty well. South Africa, surprisingly decent. I mean, I knew there was mountains, but I thought it was fairly flat in the middle, not gonna lie. Greenland has completely submerged, so the water's slightly colder now, I guess. New York's gone. Nah, it's not ideal for the stock market, really. Memphis looks kind of underwater, so the Bass Pro Shop. Las Vegas has survived. Unfortunately, the people are still drowning in debt. I'm surprised to see so much of Russia has submerged, considering, you know, I thought that was fairly mountainous. Oh yeah, also my home country, the UK, has completely gone. Wales should be okay. They just need to come up for air every now and then. But like this guy said, Chile is now going to become an absolute economic powerhouse. Look, they've got access to 2 oceans. Map of the EU made out of UK's. Oh, okay. That's not a good idea. There's way too many Ipswiches in this photo, and I'm, to be quite frankly, concerned. Right then, I remember seeing this map quite a few years back, and it did definitely change my perspective on the Netherlands. I mean, the UK normally elects a new Prime Minister every 2 years because the previous one can't keep their promises. The Netherlands elect a new one because someone decided to film a mukbang. I'm a little bit concerned how Greenland, Kosovo and Western Sahara, none of them have data. The world is in shock from the fact that the Netherlands have decided to eat a Prime Minister and Finland thought it was a good time to just go for a bit of an eastern expansion. What pedestrians look like across Europe? So I'm guessing this is talking about the pedestrian crossing signs. Not too sure why it looks like Poland just told a really terrible joke. America's worst nightmare, California or Florida? I'm trying to work out which one is absolutely more of a menace to society. I think it's got to be the Florida because just some of the weirdest things happen in Florida. I actually got to show you. Florida man charged with assault with a deadly weapon after throwing an alligator through Wendy's drive-through window. Man must have thought he was in Pokemon or something. God damn. Florida man breaks into jail to hang with friends. Now here's the problem. You're not punishing him if you arrest him, so the only thing you can do is just really send him home. You kind of just got to ground him, really. So in all honesty, I think neither of these should happen. Why don't you like quadruple Idaho or something? I feel like no one would notice. Portugal is actually smaller than Spain. Where's your evidence? Right, I think I'm going to leave it there for today's video. We have got a lot more maps to go through, so if you enjoyed this video, then leave a like for part 2. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.